And now, Freelance Heroism presents Return to Ravenloft.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, we just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
Yes.
Rachel, would you like to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Nate, Brickmeister, and Rebecca. Thank you so much, everyone.
You help us make a better show for everyone. We couldn't do it without you.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Rachel.
Dees.
Got a new phone.
Yes, finally.
Quickest turnaround ever. Oh man, I feel like an iPhone guy. I feel like, oh, did you get the new iPhone 13 BS Plea 185 Plus?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I got the Pixel 7 Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got it refurbed, so it's super cheap.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have the Pixel 6.
So good though.
Yes, it's very good.
Much better than your previous junker. Your dump truck with a screen on it. She's like a Tonka toy what she had.
My previous phone.
2 gigs of RAM, just killing it out here.
That was the first smartphone I ever had. The phone I had before that was a track phone.
What? Wait, you mean track phone like the carrier? Or
it was like a brand.
It,
it was like a brand.
Physically?
It was a flip phone.
Oh.
It
Was it Razor?
was not
like
a Razor.
Oh.
It was like the track phone brand. I think I bought it at like Walmart or something. And
it was like the clamshell phones.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like a makeup compact. Oh,
kind of.
Those
And
are gross.
every month I paid for like a number of minutes for it, and like texting used those minutes. So like I also never texted on it. I didn't understand how to text. And so then like I remember at one point my mom gave me her smartphone and she was like, text your sister this, because my mom was driving. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. And she's like, you hit the buttons. And I was like, but the buttons are numbers.
Oh, you T9'd. Oh man.
But
you know what?
I have an actual smartphone now. So
I hadn't thought about T9ing in a long time. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't thought about minutes. Do you remember free nights and weekends?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god. I used to have trash ass minutes. I used to do this plan on Verizon. It was like 500. By the way, if you're young and you don't know what we're talking about, this is gonna sound really fucking weird to you.
Yeah.
But back in the day, there used to be this thing where you'd have so many minutes, and it was how many, because they wanted to, I guess, reduce the number of calls people were making. I don't know why you'd make a cell phone to reduce the number, whatever. So they give you so many minutes, right?
Yeah.
And you could have like a bunch of 7-minute, 2-3 minute phone calls, and they'd compile all those minutes, the duration together, and that's how your plan worked. It was like you could have 500 minutes or 1,000 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
I always would get the cheapest number of minutes because, like a forward-thinking genius, right? I never talked on the phone. And when I did, I'd pick it up and be like, okay, and then hang up. I was like I was committing crimes on my phone.
Right. You don't want to admit anything because, you know,
yeah.
It could be
Yeah, you were down with the guy at the stuff at the place. Yeah. See you then. But yeah, so that's how it used to work, right? There was so many minutes, but after 9 o'clock, everything was free until 6. I think it was 6 in the morning.
Everything changed.
Yeah, you could just fucking talk on the phone all night. Nobody gave a shit. And all the phones were gross.
Yeah.
They were just gross. You wouldn't even, if I put a bunch of them out and just turned the battery off, I am 100% certain kids would think they were television remotes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a remote to some weird, like some of them were like Game Boy size. Do you remember the Sidekick?
I vaguely remember commercials for it. I didn't even get a cell phone until after I think it was like I was in college, and then I got like my track phone flip phone thing that had like the number button. Like it wasn't a touch screen, it was like the number buttons. And then I didn't it took me a long time to figure out how to text on it. And then
You never had a Razor flip phone?
no, I never got a Razor flip phone. I
Whoa.
wasn't interested in like having a cell phone.
The Razor flip phone is one of the most iconic pieces of hardware ever.
That's
right?
what I've heard. Yeah.
It really is a good vibe.
Hmm.
I don't know how to explain it to people who've never used one, but it's thin and it clicks when you close. I feel like that's something we lose on the smartphone. You can't dramatically click a
True.
phone closed.
Yeah.
I mean, you could clunk it down on the table, I guess, but it's not the same.
Yeah, but it's not like, oh, I slam the phone down on the receiver or you like snap it shut like very forcefully.
Yeah, and I mean, there was something cool about a person finishing a phone call and then snapping it shut like confidently. That was a very cool vibe.
Yeah,
I don't think we get that anymore.
we don't.
You can press that power button all you want. It's not going to do anything. It doesn't have the same je ne sais quoi.
Right.
So okay, so we're talking, we had anytime minutes, which is after 9 and at weekends, right?
Yes.
Sometimes you get on weekends. Yeah, that sucked. And then T9 was you didn't have a key for every letter because
Right.
the screen couldn't change, so they had to put the numbers on there, and you'd have to type. Let's say you wanted, I think S through, what is it? S through T, ST. What was it? It was 4. Do you have a T9 on you? Do you
I
have
don't. I don't have one on me.
I could do this by heart back in the day, but
Mhm.
now I'm having a hard time remembering which keys and which numbers.
Yeah.
But you'd have to press a key a few times. So like 1, 2, 3, and there was like a delay
Hmm.
between letters, and that's how you'd spell your words. And the predictive text was shitty. It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And T9, that's why texting hadn't taken off, is because it took 6 hours to compose.
Yeah. It took a long time to type through, and then like, God forbid you realize that that you messed up a word like near the beginning of whatever you were texting.
Mm-hmm.
It was a hassle.
I had a BlackBerry for a long time.
Mm.
And then HTC, shit, I can't remember the name. It used to be one of my favorite phones back in the day before HTC shit the bed. But those were the form factor for me. Hardware buttons,
Mhm.
little scroll wheel on the side. What's up? It was like half smart. It was like a half smartphone.
Mhm.
And I still think to this day that like there's a part of me that would like to use a BlackBerry like just all the time. But
Yeah.
I know it's not doable nowadays.
I remember so like when Amazon first came out with the Kindle, the
Right.
original Kindles, which I got like one of the first ones because I was very excited about. Like I wasn't interested in cell phones. I was
Didn't have a
interested in
cell
the
phone,
Kindle.
but got a Kindle on day one.
But the like initial Kindles, they had like an actual physical little keyboard like built into it,
Yeah.
like full alphabet and everything, and they had like it was like experimental Wi-Fi where you could
Whoa.
actually connect your Kindle to the internet and then go on websites and stuff, and it was like very, very new technology. And I remember getting that and trying that out and being so excited and thinking that this is just like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where they have the guide, and just thinking of like how similar.
To close out that nerdy ass experience you had to bring it back to a book.
Yeah, because
Nice.
because I remember when I read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, there wasn't technology like that at the time, and so reading about the guide and how it was like a little handheld device that had a screen on it, and you could look up pretty much anything that you wanted to on it.
How bad did you want a case that said? How bad?
That would have been great.
You were excited though,
Yeah.
because you finally didn't have to T9. I think everyone was when you
Yes.
didn't have to T9 for the first time.
Yeah, that was nice.
The Sidekick was a device that came out in the early 2000s, mid 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like a Game Boy, like one of the Game Boy DSi or whatever. The little fucking rectangular ones. Maybe like I'm trying to think of a form factor. It's like one of the digital Vitas. Do you remember? Never mind.
No.
It's a small little it looked like a handheld gaming console, and you'd run your thumb from the right side of the screen, or from the right side of the device to the left, and if you hit the bottom of this little rectangle, it would kick it around, swipe up, and kind of pop up on top. So then you'd have keys on the bottom and a screen that had kind of rocked around towards the top, and it was kind of in the right spot, I think. Because it had tangible keys, but it did have a screen that was kind of out of the way, and it did give you that ability to kind of go, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like snapping it closed, because when you were done talking, you could just flick your thumb and it would kick it back around.
That's pretty cool.
Not really. Looking back on it now, I know I was a dweeb for carrying one of those for a little while. In all fairness, it did not last very long. But a lot of these kind of tech things that we take for granted now are amazing in comparison to what we had. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Well, not what you had. You didn't have anything.
I had the
they're
Kindle.
Very, very good. Okay. So they're very good in comparison to what you had. Yeah, so I mean, like, but the internet wasn't as. I remember not having the internet.
Yeah.
I remember when a person got the internet, they were psyched. And I remember the first time I got the internet and sat down on it at a friend's house, I was like, "Well, what do we do?" And they're like, "You just browse the internet." I'm like, "For what?" And they're just like, "I don't know." The first time I saw a person with a computer, they were like talking about how cool it was. And I sat down and it was a word processor.
Yeah, that was my first computer, was a word processor.
And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And they're like, it's a word processor." And I'm like, "So I type?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then I'm like, "And these are all the letters on the keyboard, and I just type those." And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I'm gonna be honest with you, this feels like bullshit." Like, you paid a lot of money to do this, because there was literally nothing to do.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I saw Doom on a PC was at my mom's work. One of the people she worked with, she was an IT person. IT at that time was very chill.
Yeah.
It was a lot of big boxes being plugged into other big boxes. And but this one guy had Doom on his computer, and I sat down and I was like, "Oh my god, this is awesome." He's like, "Okay, you put your fingers on the keyboard." I'm like, "I have to use the keyboard for this?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "All right, I'm out. This sucks."
You're just anti-keyboard.
I just think that using WASD is the stupidest fucking thing in the world. I think it's stupid. I think the whole thing is stupid. I mean, I get that sometimes you're stuck. You're at a hotel room, you have a laptop, you don't have whatever. But I mean, you're already buying a game, and you're already getting the fucking like mouse. You're getting peripherals, right?
Yeah.
For the tasks you're gonna do. Why not get one specifically for gaming? Why the fuck? I mean, look, I'm not saying it always has to be a controller. I like the hand controller that we have. The one that has like a keyboard and the D-pad, and that is for gaming. That's made for gaming. Yeah. It's like cell phones. It's the same thing, right? Fucking screens are for the internet, and the Razor Flip was for being passive aggressive as a 20-year-old. You know? Or being cool as you left high school.
Yeah.
Right? Like Snap.
Right.
It's like, oof.
You walk out the door.
That dude's cool. He just ended a phone call with pizzazz. Oh.
All right.
How about? Oh no, hold on. Before we end this, how shitty was your cell phone? I mean, if we're being objective, I want like an honest appraisal. Was it bad? Did you have a bad experience with it?
My track phone?
Yeah, I guess.
Honestly,
the dinosaur phone you had.
honestly, it for what I used it for,
What'd you use it for?
for what I used it for, just like making phone calls and like a very occasionally texting,
Uh-huh.
it was fine. Like it never messed up. I pretty much always had signal. It was fine. But at the same time, I didn't realize what smartphones were capable of.
Right.
Like I would like for I think quite a while I would like print out driving instructions.
God.
For a while I had a Garmin, so I had like a GPS thing that I kept
What?
in my car. And
That
then
is
I
the
would
most old man shit I've ever heard.
because I couldn't get GPS on my phone.
Right.
And so instead of just getting a phone that could do GPS, I got a Garmin. And then like
The smartest use of money.
I think I had to like anytime I needed to update it, I had to unplug it from the car, bring it into the house, and connect it to my computer to update, I think.
Oh my God. Whoa.
But then once I got like a smartphone that could do GPS, I was like, oh, Garmin's are dumb.
Yeah, soon you'll just be buying butter instead of churning it. That'll be a cool move for you. Man. So the phone you had before to the 6,
Mhm.
to the Pixel 6.
Yeah.
That was pretty dramatic then.
Yes. Yeah. And that one, like, I didn't even buy that one. My mom bought it for me because she was tired of every time she would try to send me a photo from her smartphone, my track phone could not display it.
Right. You'd have to go on. Where would you get the photo from?
I would never see them because she would text them to me.
And she kept sending them to you.
She kept texting them to me, and every time I'd be like, I can't see this on my phone. Like it gives me a little X. I cannot see these photos you're sending me. Stop sending me photos. And so she didn't even tell me. It was just like my birthday, and she came to my apartment and she had a bag and she like thrust it into my hands and she's like, I got you a new cell phone.
That is pretty funny.
And so I had to go through to set it up, and I had never, other than like the few times that like my mom had given me her smartphone to like text someone or answer a call or something, I had literally no experience with smartphones. So just like setting it up and figuring out how like the touch screen worked,
Oh my God.
it took like my entire day.
For a touchscreen?
Just
It's sort of intuitive tech.
just to figure out like how that stuff worked, setting up a number because I couldn't like transfer my track phone number to my smartphone.
Oh
So I had to like make an account. I think she like got me like a 3-month starter or something, and then I had to make my own account or something like that. And then like going through and figuring out like the app store and things like that. Like I had literally no experience with that kind of thing.
wow.
But I was an adult enough to like have my own apartment that I paid for with my full-time job.
So okay, so I'm very specific about the last phone you had into this one. That was a dramatic upgrade.
Yes.
That was the track phone that you were talking about before.
I'm trying to remember. I had the track phone, and then my mom got me the phone. I might have gotten like a refurbished smartphone in between what my mom got me and the Pixel. Yeah, because I had the phone that my mom got me for a long time, and then I accidentally dropped it like in the bathtub and it
Right.
immediately died. And
Right.
so I got like a refurbished, very cheap smartphone. But that was like a huge upgrade.
I imagine the previous phone wasn't IP certified. It probably just dropped and it was like
It was immediately dead.
smoke.
And then I had that refurbished phone for a really long time. And then with my Pixel that I got last year, I think,
Yeah.
or the year before, my my friend, he and his wife were getting like new Pixels because he works like with T-Mobile, or he did at the time. So
Yeah.
he got a really good deal, and he, I think, knew that I struggled with my phone a lot because it was so old. And so he was like, "Well, we're getting this deal, and with it, we can also get like another Pixel for like really
Yeah.
cheap." And it was like the Pixel 6 had just come out.
Yeah.
And so
I've recommended it to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
you did. We looked at it. And so I got that like at a really like they bought it and then I just paid them for
Yeah.
it. And this is like the best phone that I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. I just that's you've had quite a tech leap every time. So you'll just keep that Pixel 6 until you get the brain wire, right?
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
the injectable chip in your mind. So that'll be your next big bump.
Yeah, that'll be the next thing that
Use your thumbs to type. Oh my god! Wow.
yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed this kind of part documentary, part mockumentary of Rachel and her tech upgrades.
So yeah, this Pixel is the fourth cell phone that I've ever had in my life.
Wait, that's a massive jump. That's a tensor chip, so it's like sort of like a AI system on a chip type of phone.
Mhm.
You just totally skipped all of those fucking shitty iPhones. Which is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow. And your Android the whole time?
Yeah.
Start to finish? Gold star Android?
Except for the track phone.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right.
I like that term, gold star Android.
Gold Star Android. All right. I think we should probably get to the episode at this point.
Okay.
This is Return to Ravenloft, episode 27, Angerfish.
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 Is the fish angry or are we angry about the fish?
I guess you have to listen to find out.
All right.
Okay.
Fine.
Fine.
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
Great.
For the episode.
Wait, Victor spoke about an elf that kicked in doors and always had to have her armor repaired.
That's her.
That's not me.
It's her.
It's not.
Not a black armor. No.
No, I know. It's white. It's white and blue.
What was her name? Addie.
Adri.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, it's her.
My name is
not
Kestrel.
Kess.
Yeah, my name's Kestrel.
No. No, he always said Adri had like this clean armor, like she like cleaned it all the time.
Yeah,
like
it
was like it was like some paladin's armor or something.
I designed it, yeah.
I've got guts and river gunk on this armor right now.
It's different armor.
Yeah, it's completely disgusting. I don't know why Hawks likes it so much.
This is the first time we've agreed in the last hour. Yes,
I'm having a conversation with the horse right now. So, you ever been this way, North? What do you do to keep your mane so soft and silky?
I use Pantene Pro V.
So in the distance, you see the ship coming up, and yeah, it's 200-foot glory. 200 feet long, 50 feet wide, great paddle wheel on the back. The paddle wheel is a striking red and boasts a gold-colored wooden griffin as the figurehead. 4 terraced decks are stacked upon each other like a layered cake. So you guys can actually hear music coming from it as you guys approach.
Fantastic.
Kess looks annoyed.
You like music?
Bards are weird. I get a lot of weird.
Like,
I get a lot of weird attention from bards.
Yeah, you do.
Aridina's like, it's okay, we're actors.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same.
Oh no,
It's
no,
the
no,
same thing.
no.
They're not.
No.
They're professionals.
We are professionals. I'm waiting to see D's cringe right now, and I wish I could.
I'm not going to interject any information about professionals.
All right. You guys reach the ship, and you see a human outside, kind of looking at you. On Aradina, did you bring home strays again? She's like, there's a horde coming, and they need a ride. He's like, you see a horde? About a day east. Just came out of the mist. He's like, Larissa needs to know it's getting worse. Let your dad know. Yeah, come on, bring the horses on the deck. We gotta go. He starts shouting orders at some of the deckhands that are out there. Get the ropes up. We gotta get her in the water. Come on.
I'm going to lend a hand as I am
All right.
seaworthy and am capable of doing such.
He looks over. He's like, you look like someone with a guy. You see legs?
Yeah, you might say that. I know my way around a boat.
All right. Well, help us out. You two go ahead and get the horses on.
All right.
He looks at the kobold.
He's cool. He's with us.
Nods. Is that a spell book he has?
You trying to say kobolds can't read?
No. It's like trusting a child with a cannon. Hey, Larissa's gonna say, have my scalp if I say no. Get on board.
All right.
You guys get the horses up on the deck. A couple of hands, like we can take the horses below for you if you want. Get them, get them with your other livestock.
All right.
Do you guys want to know where they're at, or just? I mean, it's 2 decks down.
Okay.
So they take the horses. Aradina's like, this way. I'll take you to the captain. This way.
As we're walking there, do we see anyone doing performances?
You see a few people acting on deck, doing dancing. Some are juggling. Some are, some are doing vocal practices. They haven't got the full word yet that hey, they gotta go. It's gotta move.
Costuming pieces? Anyone wearing a crown? Any type will work.
Not really any crowns. I mean, you see some people in like some capes that look kind of out of place, like it's a prop or something, but you're not seeing any like crowns or scepters on this deck.
I'm gonna take my hat and I'm going to tuck it inside itself, like the brim, tuck it underneath so that it kind of sits up high. And I'm going to walk into the middle of a bunch of actors where they're practicing and playing instruments. I'm going to tap somebody who's got a violin.
They turn around. What's up?
Follow my lead. I'm going to hop up on top of like the highest surface in the area.
A few barrels and boxes.
I'm going to place the crown upon my head.
All right.
Blow winds and crack your cheeks. I wave my hand across my face and quick change into a large beard. Rage. Blow. You cataracts and hurricanos spout till you have drenched our steeples, drowned the cocks. You sulphurous and thought-executing fires, vaunt couriers to oak-cleaving thunderbolts. Singe my white head, and thou all-shaking thunder. Strike flat the thick roundity of the world. Crack nature's molds, all germane, spill at once, that makes ingrateful man. And then I'm going to bow and then turn my face back to the way it was. Performance check?
Yeah, go for it.
20.
Now you pull it off. You get a good applause from the deck. At that point, on one of the upper decks that kind of looks out almost as a kind of a balcony, a beautiful woman comes out, long silver hair. It's like, that was pleasant. Well said.
Thank you.
Welcome to my ship. But last I was reported to, we have a horde coming. So everyone, below deck, get your things moving, get things locked down. To my new guests, I will meet you soon. Welcome.
Thanks.
There's food in the hall. Get fed. But we cannot stay here if a horde's coming. And no, we're not going to drive into or sail into the mist. We're going to stay along the coast.
I take my leave. I'm gonna hop down.
So outside, on the outside or the ship where the ropes are going, the human was out there nudges you, Rayne. Name's Kadrin. Good to have a hand.
Rayne, thanks for having us aboard.
Wait. He stops you. Ganase, Rayne.
Triche, sea bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sea bitch.
Yeah. I told you I know my way around a boat.
Oh, by the
I-
gods.
I mean, granted,
What are you
it's
doing
not-
away from your ship?
It's a bit of a long story. I
got some mail. Let's go.
now you're talking my language.
There we go. So he gets you on board and takes you off to go find the ale and hear a story.
Eh,
All right. Kess, what are you doing at the moment?
I'm gonna go get something to eat because
All right.
she offered. I feel like
Hawk.
I help the most by staying out of the way.
Hawks is sticking close to your side at the moment.
Okay.
He's like awestruck, and every now and then he gets like caught looking at something like. Then he sees you get too far, and then he runs up like a toddler to catch up, and then he'll get stuck on something and starts poking something. Then and then he catches up to you again.
Huh?
I'm also gonna if I can find kind of a quiet hallway or something, just check in my backpack real quick to make sure the hand that I have is still in its cage.
It's still in the cage.
Okay, good.
Hawks sees you looking at it. Hawks wants to play.
No, this thing causes a lot of trouble. It has to stay in the cage.
It just
Hawks
runs around
knows.
unlocking people's iPhones.
Hawks, remember when it grabbed Rayne?
Yeah, to do that.
That was great. I'm sorry. Hawks let it out of the cage. Hawks wanted to play with it.
Okay. All right. Well,
Hawks, sorry for going through bag.
it's fair. You didn't know who we were.
Well, Hawks heard something moving in bag, and Hawks thought food. That was
Yeah.
definitely not food.
No, it's not food. No, this thing's been with me for a while.
You like Hawks smell food. Bolts.
I'm gonna follow Hawks because he knows where the food's at, and I'll see if Kevin is following along.
I am.
Okay.
All right.
Like that was a good performance.
Thank you. I actually listened to a person perform that in a strange place. Very strange.
Hmm.
First time I ever heard it.
You guys reached kind of a banquet area on the main deck. You guys see a few people in there eating some tables. The food's out.
They're eating the tables?
Oh,
No. They're eating at the tables.
We gotta go.
You see as you see him, he sees you, and your eyes you make contact with the eyes of the mask.
What?
I know. Dr. Midnight knows that child.
Oh my god.
Dr. Midnight knows the essence, the soul that burns within that body. You are not that body that Dr. Midnight knew before. Dr. Midnight knows you.
And yet I still feel the same nausea.
Dr. Midnight has a cure for that.
I bet he does. Let me guess. Crocodile scalp and a couple fucking spicy peppers.
Dr. Midnight don't give you crocodile scalp.
How about a crawdad salad?
He comes walking over and he looks at Kess up and down.
Hey, I'm Kestrel.
Dr.
Say it.
Midnight
Go ahead.
says, so you think you are. But Dr. Midnight knows this face under a different name.
Everyone does.
Dr. Midnight
Just
has
not
met
her.
you before. But Dr. Midnight does. He looks over. Dr. Midnight sees two.
Not this again.
Everyone in the whole world is wrong but me.
I'm getting food. And I just walk away from both of them and I go get food.
Dr. Midnight wonders, is she under the curse of the Darkon?
That's what it seems like.
Dr. Midnight asks where is her father?
Well, they don't get along anymore.
Huh. Dr. Midnight knows the curse. Dr. Midnight also knows Ludo is immune to the curse.
Why do you always have to refer to yourself in the third person? It's me and you here. We've known each other for a long time. You don't have to do that. Your name is like Craig or something, right? Is it like Bob? Alan?
Hi, Bob Midnight.
Hi, Bob Midnight. Bob Midnight Ford.
Dr. Midnight has not gone by that name in a long, long time.
Alan Bob Craig. All right, Midnight. Look,
Kaeviir?
you asshole. Kevin around these parts, please.
Dr. Midnight knows you as Kevin now.
We're all wearing masks right now, okay? Just mine doesn't look as stupid as yours.
Dr. Midnight has to
me
know
and
where
him
you got
have-
that young body from, though. Dr. Midnight's
It's mine.
he pokes his own. Dr. Midnight's had this for a few centuries.
You should get a new one.
Dr. Midnight not as easy to get a new one as you.
It wasn't easy for me either, to be perfectly honest with you. Not this go around.
Oh.
What are you doing here on the acting barge?
Dr. Midnight was coming home.
Where's home?
Darkon.
Oh, fantastic.
Dr. Midnight felt a mass disturbance. The powers are active. It's not good.
And you are?
Dr. Midnight tries. He pats you on the shoulder.
How do I
Stops.
fix the brain quake and the lady girl over there?
To break the curse of Darkon, you need the book that holds your soul. It's kept in the castle. If she reads it, she'll remember.
What castle in Darkon?
Aslan's. The floating castle.
Oh, great. So we definitely need my boat.
If
I assume it's guarded. They're not just gonna like let me borrow it.
he shook his head. Nah.
There's no other way to do it. We can't like just hit her with a bolt of electricity, shock her loose.
Dr. Midnight knows the second way.
What's the second way?
Gets her out of Darkon.
That'll work.
Past the borders, the curse breaks. But can you escape the mists of Darkon?
Yeah, let's fly over them.
He laughs and pats you.
I'm gonna flick the tip of his mask and like knock it off, pointy. No one likes a smartass. Trust me.
Kess is like sitting down with just a huge plate of food,
A bowl of sandwiches.
a bowl of sandwiches, and a big mug of beer if they have it.
Hawks has his own plate of sandwiches next to you as well, going through it, trying to imitate you. You guys see Rayne off in the corner as well with Keedron drinking ale.
Everyone's having such a good time except for me. I look right at him.
Dada Midnight gets the hint.
Thanks for the information. I appreciate it.
He nods.
I'm gonna hold my hand out, and when he doesn't shake, I'm just gonna lift and shake his fucking mask. You're a creepy dude.
Be careful, please.
Always.
You three are marked by a prophecy.
God. It's always something, isn't it? You're marked with a prophecy. Fucking Chaos God wants to fucking mess around with you. You got to go up into the sky. This sucks.
He stops you for a second.
Hey, you have to.
Chaos?
What?
You said Chaos God.
Okay, some little.
Yeah, he's actually not. He's talking to you straight now. It isn't the midnight part.
Yeah, Chaos guy. He like kind of blips around and knocks shit over. What's his name? Soak.
Soak. It's the Soak's in play. The prophecy's been played. Soak's in play. I was drawn home. The pretender has arisen. The stage is set. Dr. Midnight will see you soon. He begins to walk.
Talk like that from now on. It's better when you do it that way. I like that one better. Just like, I don't know if that counts or anything. As he's walking away, I'm just like, I don't know if it counts or anything. I just like it better.
He turns around. Stay alive, my friend.
And you, which I don't think should be a problem.
If I was alive at one time.
Oh, you're so weird. Get out of here. You're so weird. So fucking weird, man. He's gonna turn the corner and reach in his bag and just pull out like a handful of cats and just snap their heads off. He's just such a creepy dude. He's like, I love kittens. It's like, oh.
He stops. He's like, I must hear your tale before we part tonight.
Say again?
What happened since you've been here?
I got here. I was kind of thrown into a coffin at a funeral. I popped out, kind of scared some people, met some old friends, pretended I was a guy's kid, snuck in, saw this Death Knight guy, kind of wandering
He stops.
around. He had a bunch of troops with him. He was over by a hotel outside of Darkon.
Soth.
Yeah. Then walked around in town for a little bit, dealt with this spider bitch who owned a flower shop. She was kind of a jerk. Got with the Kagrat, messed with them, you know. Grew up, ate a bunch of sandwiches and lunch and eggs. Got the little chaos bibbity bobbity boo dude, kind of showed up, gave me a bunch of the wiggle fingers and made things fall all over. He was talking to me, no one else could see him. It was strange.
Soak can be happy he was talking.
Yeah. Well,
when Soak gets bored, people die.
Well, hope it's other people. Then after that, we ran off chasing our friend here who doesn't know who she is, and our friend's friend who apparently is a bard. Her horse died. She brought it back. She's got Strahd's horse on her, and she keeps using it in public, which I think is very annoying.
He starts laughing in his mask.
Oh, that's good. That's the first time I've heard you do that. So let's see what else. I grew up a little bit more. We killed a blood god.
He kind of tilts his head aside and gets up kind of closer. Who?
There was a guy, said he was Rex.
He can't be Darkarius Rex.
Yeah, that's what I don't think so either. But he was sort of taken over by this blood shit in him.
Nikor.
Yeah, we killed him. Blood got dripped off his body and pooled up. I ended up collecting it because I was suspicious of the blood. Put it in a sponge, drained that sponge into a bucket. So we got a big blood bucket, covered the top, hid it. So it's out of
moves
sight.
His hand, Matt. He moves his hand and it kind of glows as he goes along your body. Not touching you, just keeping a distance.
Testing me for the blood.
He nods.
Should be all right for a little while. I don't think I really have
No,
the
he
biology
didn't
for it
infect
right
you.
this sec.
Hess got hit by the blood attack.
You want to do some wiggle fingers on my friends before I leave?
He motions to walk with him. He didn't say he did the blood on you. I need to check them both.
Yeah.
He's
After
not the
that-
Curious Rex. He can't be.
Well, then there was a fireball. Big fireball. We talked to some old lady who wanted to give me candy when I was a little kid, which I thought was creepy, and then turns out actually it was pretty fucking creepy.
You mean the hag?
Yeah, crazy lady, whatever. Try to give me sweet candy.
The hag with the mimic?
That's the one. Then we were in that town.
Behind Kess, he's doing his hand as it glows going down
Yeah.
I'm not
as you guys are talking.
I'm not sure what you're doing, but I know you're doing something. And it's
He's
Creepy.
Dr.
feeling-
Midnight is scanning you
feeling your
for
spirit
blood
buoy.
disease. Making sure you're not
It's like,
affected by the
damn, girl
Nikor.
got soul thickness.
Soul thickness.
Hi, I'm Don Cornelius for soul thickness. She all right?
She's unaffected.
Okay, check the water boy.
Oh,
Dr. Midnight's curious of the story of the waterman.
Yeah, he turns into a fish, I think.
He kind of looks at you. Polymorph?
No, like a anger fish, like a shark. Title of the episode: He turns into an anger fish.
Dr. Midnight walks over. He nods to the soldier and looks at Rayne. His hand begins to glow as he goes down in front of Rayne over and over.
I'm just kind of holding my mug of ale. I don't believe we've met.
Tell him about the soul thickness.
The
Dr.
what?
Midnight thinks he has a very thick soul.
That's what I said.
Thank you.
Dr. Midnight
Just try a pumice stone.
is the name. Dr. Midnight goes way back with Kevin and his friends. Dr.
Oh.
Midnight knew Kess before she was Kess.
Ah, nothing you can do about that, is there?
Nah, apparently you got to go into a
Mm.
castle or some shit. It's a whole thing.
Oh, all right.
Though, Dr. Midnight's curious. Has either of you seen her father?
Yeah, I saw him for a little bit.
Yeah, they were on my boat about 10 years ago.
Then Dr. Midnight knows exactly where her father's at.
Where?
Dr. Midnight thinks he's going after the book.
Well, let's hope he gets it.
Dr.
That'd be
Midnight
nice.
wonders, did you lose a ship?
I did. I'm currently in the Shut up, Jesus fucking Christ! We were having a moment there, and you had to break it up.
Dr. Midnight's apology.
Where's the little dickhead?
Little dickhead. Dr. Midnight says little dickhead fought a shadow dragon.
Did he lose?
Dr. Midnight's not sure. No one's seen him since he went that way.
So yes. Where's my boat?
Last I saw Victor, he was heading east. He was hunting for something. So, he wouldn't say what. Dr. Midnight thinks he learned his secrets from you.
Probably.
Dr. Midnight thinks the little dickhead doesn't trust anyone. Thanks to you.
It's probably good.
But Dr. Midnight knows, he points to Rayne. He's been touched by a Dark Lord.
Have you?
Dark
Where did
powers or
I wait, what?
Show me. Where did the Dark Lord touch you? In the stall.
not the pretender. Dr. Midnight means he's been touched by a Dark Lord of another domain.
I
Dr. Midnight knows you know one.
where the hell did you find this guy, Kevin?
I've known him for a minute. He's a kind of a creepy asshole. I think he is weird and shit, but he's not wrong about things.
He's not wrong about things. No. Okay.
Just don't ask him to pick a card.
That was-
The Dr. Midnight just kind of sits in the chair in front of you and tilts his head sideways, and you see his mask and his hat just kind of turn looking at you.
What was with the glowy hand thing there, Doc?
Feeling
Dr. Midnight's
sober.
making sure the Nigor didn't infect you.
The
The
what
blood
now?
thing.
The bucket of
The
blood.
Pretender. Mm-hmm.
And what does your glowy hand thing say?
Dr. Midnight knows you're clean.
That's a
No
relief.
presence of the.
This puddle man
It
is
is
clear.
I
No
have
possession.
exercised the demons.
But that one has Death Ward on it. He points over at
Oh,
Cass.
good. This is how we're doing it now. We're doing it through DM fucking conversation. Okay. At some point, she's just gonna write it down in an envelope and send it to me in the mail, and it's just gonna say "Death is actor" or whatever.
Death Ward.
Yeah.
Death. Well, I should know the name by now.
Death Ward. Death Ward is
He
up.
casted it 9 times earlier today.
I cast Death Ward earlier this morning.
Yes. All right. Well, yeah, he's right. It's kind of, the thing that I did that happened to me back with the spider with the, yeah, that's kind of it's how I ended up this way. It's why I came seeking you and Adri out to begin with. I figured if you had, success at taking down one Dark Lord, taking down a second one would be a piece of cake.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, it's gotten more complicated since then, of course, but that's still
What's the
my
Dark
ultimate
Lord's
form.
name?
Draga Saltbiter. He was my former captain before I made the transition here into the Dark Realms. He was a wereshark. I didn't know it at the time until we ended up here. And he went, a little nuts, let's say, and killed most of our crew. I managed to get away, but not completely unscathed. And yeah, so now, I'm afflicted with his particular brand of lycanthropy. And as much as, I like Darkon and everything that surrounds it, it's always been sort of my goal to get back to where I came from. It's just a little difficult to do when, you have the potential to turn into a shark. So if I take him down and collect his heart, in theory, I can reverse what's happened to me and then go from there.
So he's your daddy shark.
Which
I wish
Daddy shark
Yeah.
I was literally, it was make you his baby shark.
No,
Do, 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 do.
I wish you wouldn't call him that, but yes, I guess in a roundabout way, that's correct.
Everyone's
So-
cursed but me.
Cadrian's like, we're gonna need another thing of ale.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I told you it was a long story.
It is.
Yeah. So I kind of look at Dr. Midnight. So you can imagine my slight consternation when I show up and find a child and an amnesiac. But
I'm 5'6" right now.
well, you weren't when I met you.
Oh, so wait a minute. You said at the time I'm older than you, and now that I'm growing up, now it's I was older first.
Well,
Well, I was older first, motherfucker, by a lot. By a lot.
all right.
Probably
Fine.
probably
I'll-
told your great grandfather to get off my fucking lawn.
Well, you couldn't have because my great grandfather is
Was
back
a
in a place
lawn.
called Waterdeep. So, anyway, so that's my story. So your boat is still out somewhere east, and your employee took it and I'm assuming potentially crashed it from the sound of things.
Seems like it.
Hmm.
But don't worry, I can repair it.
All right. Just got to find it first.
That's sort of been my entire purpose.
Yeah.
At this point, Kess, you hear a voice in your head.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I won't give
Tess.
up. I'll never give up. Fuck, I never thought there'd be two. It sounds familiar in the faintest reach. It's a young male voice. It was a message spell sent to you.
Can I reply back?
Sure.
Okay. First, Cass is gonna kind of look around just to make sure it's not someone in the room, like pulling some kind of weird prank. And then she'll message them back and say, I'm not sure who you are. This is Kestrel. Maybe I've helped you out with something before, but I don't know. I don't know who this is. Do you need my help?
All you hear back, holy shit, 8? And then cut off.
Damn you, Verizon 5G coverage.
New brain, who this?
Wrong number.
Sorry, have you saved in my phone as something else?
The cleric you're trying to reach is currently not in her own mind. Please try again later. Message 22.
Hi, this is Strahd. Leave a message at the beep.
I'm Adri's other answering machine.
No.
Hey, this is Lord Strahd. Oh, you know what to do.
I don't know. I guess I pictured him more with a Romanian accent or something. Strahd,
Hey, Adri, this is Strahd
blah,
again.
blah.
7 unreturned messages. What the fuck? We had something.
It's just Credence Clearwater
We talked for
Revival.
years.
When Cass finally becomes Adri again, she just gets like 50 messages from Strahd.
And she passes out. Inbox is full.
Cass is like kind of sitting up and looking around. She's like trying to figure out what just happened. Although she has an idea and it is very annoying.
Hawks is looking at her weird now. Kess okay? Eating sandwiches.
Yeah. I'm fine. I just
Hawks get the same look on face when beetle bite Hawk's ass.
Been there, pal.
no-
Been there.
no beetles. I just apparently am
Goddamn George Harrison.
getting messages. So
Hawks wish you get messages. Did you message Hawks?
I can't cast message right now, Hawks, but I mean we're talking, so that's like a very close form of message.
Hawks like talking.
Yeah.
Hawks think creepy guy weird.
He is really weird.
Yeah, Rayne is weird. Sorry. I've been hitting D-Walk for literally like the last 20 minutes. I figured I'd swing at you once.
Once.
You're beating that horse the whole first half of the game.
Motherfucker was dead, brought back to life, and killed again.
Oh shit, Adri's horse. I mean, Kess's horse.
Yeah. I am Kess's horse.
The angry spirit of Nate's in that horse.
How'd you get your spirit in that horse?
Gross.
Hey. Wait. Hey, yo.
Nay, yo.
Just say nay.
Sorry, I'm just looking at. I want to see if I can do something real quick.
It was at this moment that Kess figured she might be wrong.
Or everyone else is wrong.
Yeah, that seems more like.
That
how
seems
she's
more
gonna play it.
likely.
That's not part of the curse. That's just her being stubborn.
Up to level 3.
Midnight stands up and he go
I
for
need
it.
I need a rest. I need a rest
Okay.
so I can cast scrying again.
Midnight stands up and he begins to. He turns back before he leaves. This Curious Rex, or this imposter. Who summoned him?
There were some people, some cultists from the was it Internal Order?
Internal order. Yeah, they said their mother summoned it. I assume their leader.
Cardina, you stupid, naive.
Cardina Pence. You stupid naive.
She's playing with things she shouldn't be playing with and summoning things that shouldn't be summoned.
Mm.
But I promise you, Dr. Midnight promises, the Curious Rex is not walking this earth again.
Okay.
It is not him.
Yeah, we sort of got there.
Whatever she summoned is evil and ancient, but it's not the Curious. And
Well, don't worry. We'll handle Dark Curious George.
I wish you the best. I wish you luck with. Kess, I wish you luck. He waves at you from the distance.
Thanks, you
Dr.
too.
Midnight.
Who?
Dr. Midnight
Who's that?
sees you.
Who's
That's what he calls himself.
so he's talking to himself in third person?
He does it all the time. It's fucking really weird.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Doc. Let me go back to these sandwiches.
He puts his hands up and it begins to walk away. Dr. Midnight asks, you give the captain my best.
Cool.
Are you not staying?
Dr. Midnight has to deal with the Internal Order.
That's how he says he has to poop. Dr. Midnight has to drop something out of his Eternal Order. Hey, like a number 2, please.
If Dr. Midnight was as petty as thee, the Dr. Midnight would help summon Sahawk on thee.
Yeah, well, you look like a big pro, so. Well, thanks for all your help. Appreciate it. I'm sure when I see you next, I'll be much older, more familiar.
Dr. Midnight thinks you assume Dr. Midnight only looks on the outside, but Dr. Midnight actually looks indeed on the inside.
That's gross. You shouldn't say that to people. That's weird. I'm gonna like touch his mask and I'm gonna like try to lift it up a little bit.
As you do, you see an undead, like rotted face underneath the mask.
I immediately put it back down. Right on. Right on. Good to know. Good to know.
I figured I'd let him after this many campaigns and this many sessions of Dr. Midnight showing up, he'd finally see what was underneath the mask.
That's what you get for eating alligator all the time. Rot your fucking face up. Dude got head gout. Fucking been eating that crocodile oil. It'll get you.
It's what happens when you eat too much cayenne and boudin balls.
Sometimes I just
no.
scrape my jaw across the bottom of a river.
Oh my
Eat the
gosh.
shrimp that get caught in there.
I'm gonna get more.
Yeah.
I'm getting more water.
Okay, that's what
Right.
years,
All right.
Years
Rachel,
of-
don't leave me, baby.
years of
hates when I do
unadulterated, years
She
of
hates when I do
unadulterated.
I'll be flirting with her and I'll just like swap over to that voice and be like, hey baby, hey, hey, would never tell you look like a big bowl of shrimp.
Oh, Lord.
You look
Wow,
like
you
a
were
big-
you You are
big bowl of scrimps to me.
Oh.
actively trying to sabotage yourself there. It's a
She really
That's
fucks
a-
with her. She's like, stop.
it's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Hey, baby, let me get them toenail clippings.
Oh Lord, she's gonna come after you once she hears this, dude. Oh, I'm glad I'm not you when she hears this.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Go to the store and get me 2 jars of tobacco and a yellow Gatorade. I like to mix them.
Oh God. Oh, I'm getting to that point of the
She plays angry, but she's a good sport about it.
Mm.
I told her, I was like, every ex-girlfriend I've ever had has broken up with me. And one of the complaints on there has been, you make too many stupid jokes.
What? Do you get like a fucking questionnaire when they leave?
I always send out a service report. So it's like, hey, tell me what was defective? What was going on?
After the end of our relationship, you're going to get a 2-minute survey. If you would really answer all these questions, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Ew, no, absolutely not. No,
I told you she hates it.
absolutely
Hates
not. Swear to God.
Hey, let me bottle your knee
No.
sweat. Let me do that.
All right. So after Dr. Midnight, I guess, departs, I guess I'll go sit down across from Kess.
All right.
Hey, you done with your pirate buddy? Talking to Rayne.
Yeah, let's catch up. We'll talk a little bit more, Keedron. I'm gonna
All right.
convene with my
He gets up a little
associates.
shaky. I'm gonna go sober that way. You have a good one.
Yeah.
So
You
that was fun.
you learn a lot from your creepy friend.
I did. A friend is generous.
Did he tell you where your flying boat is at?
He did, and just said the same thing everyone else said. East. You know.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, at least it's consistent.
Yeah, I mean, depending on where you're at, I guess.
Well,
Anyway, told me
Yeah.
some stuff about you, Kess.
I've already told you stuff about me. I
No, but
grew-
he told me some other stuff.
Oh,
Some stuff that everyone's been telling you, but you don't believe, and you believe other things. That one, you're the only person that believes that thing. Everyone else believes the other thing. That's what he told me.
look, to be fair, he knew things about me that nobody else knew, so I'm not gonna sit here and say he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, it's good that you could trust the guy you met 15 minutes ago, but so far have not really trusted me, and I've been around for a while. That's cool that you could do that. That's cool that you could find it in your heart, in your icy water heart, to do that.
Look, all right, that was anyway.
I'm gonna pull a tie out of my jacket. Blue tie. Wrap it around my neck. Start tying it.
so if your friend also thinks that I'm this other person,
Yeah.
I mean,
Again, with the friend is yeah, but yeah.
I'm not them now, right?
He when he talked to you, he said he saw 2 of you. 2 and 1 is how Midnight put it.
Like a Twix bar.
Like double mint gum.
So, I mean, if that's the case, right? If that's the case, your friend isn't here, but I am.
I think you're both there. Like you've sort of fused.
Well, I think fuse would imply that there's some part of them, and that would mean that I remembered you. It would mean that I remembered anything about anything that you talk about, and I don't.
Now, think of it like a carriage. Somebody sits in the back, somebody, holds the reins. That's what this is.
Well,
So, but Hawks doesn't see Kess holding reins.
Wow.
Rayne sits there.
I'm glad
Very,
you're here. You're really
very,
adding a lot
very
to this.
observant.
I'm
Hawks
gonna
thinks
look
so.
at Hawks and be like, "Thanks for being here, pal. We really appreciate it."
Hawk's always there. Hawk's friend.
Good.
Does Hawk's friend need hug?
Yeah, he's right over there. I'm gonna point.
He
to
hugs
him.
Kaeviir or Kevin again.
Not me.
so if that is the case, I mean, I don't sense anyone else here. And Kess will kind of gesture at herself. So, like, it's just me.
Again, Your Honor, move to strike. She's being argumentative. Permission to treat the witnesses hostile.
Roll initiative.
May I approach, Your Honor? Your Honor, may I approach? I can't reach from over here to slap this shit.
Well, did your pointy nose friend say anything about how this situation might get resolved?
He did.
Well, that's good.
What do you say?
I don't want to say.
Well, why not? Seems like it would be
Because
kind of
it's an elaborate mixture of bullshit and difficult. And it requires.
Well, it's all been a cakewalk up until now.
This is way worse.
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 Way worse is what
Okay.
I said, actually.
Then we don't do it.
It sounds like something a brain copy would say. Here are the options.
Mhm.
Well, here's the option.
Uh-huh.
Fly up to that floating castle and have you read the book that contains your soul.
Aslan's castle.
That's the one.
That's heavily guarded, and who knows
Do
how
not
dangerous
quote
it
the
is now that
magic
it's
to me,
exploded.
which I was there when they were written.
All right.
So wait a minute. There's a book that has her memories contained within it.
Yeah,
If this is true.
right.
How the
If.
hell did they get there? Wait, is
Okay.
that part of the curse?
I guess so. Apparently, people who are in Darkon can start to lose themselves, and apparently, what they were is recorded in a book somewhere.
Yeah, if you're new to Darkon when you come in before Aslan
right.
went away, then you
Right.
get the memory curse. But I was born here and I grew
No,
up here, so I'm not
you
suffering
were.
a memory curse.
But you were on my boat with your father, who was worried about this exact thing,
First
losing
of all,
your memory.
Ludo is not my father. I don't know why you keep suggesting that.
Ludo
Well, I
was
We're just
remember.
both elves.
Ludo.
I'm
All
gonna put-
elves are related.
No.
I'm gonna put my hand on Rayne and just be like, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's a miscommunication.
Sure.
I'm gonna look right at Rayne, and I'm gonna put my hand next to my side so that Cass can't see it. I'm gonna thieves can't. Her brain's gonna pop if we keep this up.
What is the other way?
What?
You said there was another way? There was
No, I
like
said that's our options: to go to the castle or get the boat first, and fly to the castle.
but
I'm keeping, by the way, out of game. I'm keeping the other one pocketed
Mhm.
just in case, because she'll resist it.
she absolutely will.
So if we don't tell her, then she can't resist it. Sorry. Kaeviir thinks Kess is cool, but Adri's his best friend, so I don't give a shit if I have to be the bad guy for a little bit. He will.
Yeah.
Like I've been
right.
a bad guy a billion times. I'll be fine.
We're already working towards finding your boat, so we can just do that.
Yeah.
So while you guys were talking, friend, I don't know, somebody messaged me. I don't know who.
What did they call you? Cass or Adri?
They didn't call me anything. It got cut off.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. It was some guy, but he didn't say who he was.
What do you sound like?
Like a young guy, maybe early 20s.
What did he say?
He said he wasn't gonna give up, and he didn't know
Do you
that
get rickrolled?
there would be two. He didn't know there would be two. I messaged him back and asked who he was, and then he started to reply, and it got cut off.
Wait, did he proclaim he would walk 5,000 miles?
He did not. No.
Okay.
Is he ever going to let you down?
I think that's the question.
So I was thinking about maybe getting some rest, trying to do a scry, but it's going to be pretty difficult since I don't have a real connection to him.
Ned Scryerson?
Well, now wait a minute.
Hmm.
You obviously had a connection enough that he messaged you. So maybe Kess doesn't have a connection.
Or maybe he's some farm boy that I saved like from zombies 5 years ago or something.
I'm gonna gesture real fast at Rayne, like off to the side. Brain pop.
So I'm gonna get some rest when we have some time and try to scry, see if I can find him.
Okay.
Do we know how long we're gonna be on this boat?
Well, judging by where we were and the speed heading, assuming that they stick close to the coast to get us back to Nevichar Springs, we're probably 2-3 days out, I would imagine.
Yeah. When we get to the springs, can we not be there for very long? Can we leave kind of quickly?
Well,
What's wrong
why?
with the Springs?
They don't like me there.
Why's that?
It's a long story. They don't
Well,
like me
luckily
there.
we have a few days.
David, do you have a reason for why they don't like Kess, or should I make something up?
You can make something up if you want. I was kind of just rolling with certain towns like you, certain towns don't.
Okay.
All depends on how Kess was handled herself in said town and who she dealt with and how well she assaulted a burgermaster or whatnot.
All right. Then in that case,
Maybe she ticked off a baron. I don't know. You can have fun with it.
okay. It's not the Baron, is it?
No, not at Newfitcher Springs.
Okay. Just making sure.
Not to say Kess hasn't assaulted a baron before.
Yeah, there was this baron, and he had a son, but it turns out that his son was like, summoning dark powers, such and such. You know how it goes. I ended up like following him to like some play that he was watching or something. We fought. I ended up killing him like on the stage. I mean, there was like evidence of what he was doing after the fact, but his dad's still pretty mad at me about it. So
Yeah, they get like that. Well, we could always disguise you.
disguise me.
Yeah, dress you up. Look like someone else. I have someone in mind, actually.
And to be fair, they love me back home. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure between a potential disguise and me working our way through the crowds, we can probably keep you from getting recognized. At least long enough to get from point A to point B anyway.
Hmm. I don't like
I
being
can-
without my armor.
I can guarantee that no one will notice you. Get you a chain shirt, real high collar, cut your hair short, right?
I don't want to cut my hair.
Hear me out. Get you a backpack that's like comically huge, right? Lettuce wrap. You know, you'll blend right in.
Creepy.
Say what?
I know what you're doing, and it's creepy that you want to dress me up as your friend.
In all fairness, I've dressed up as every one of you dozens of times, except for you. You're new.
I look forward to the day, I think.
Remember you said that.
He's done me a number of times as I control the NPC, so every time he does one, it's me.
Yeah.
He's done me dozens of times. Yes, I have. That's what he said. That is what he said. And now he's trying to keep it in his mouth. Spit it out everywhere.
You
What a
killed
weird-
the dungeon master.
What a freak.
Man.
Sorry, I couldn't swallow.
Oh my god.
Oh, D-Walk, you can do it. I believe in you. Sorry, Rachel.
All right.
she's just looking at me like, you fucking gross asshole. I'm like, okay, sorry.
Once again, Ray, you made this choice of your own free will.
I chose him.
I
I
know.
did.
What a mistake.
And the worst part is I do it again.
Oh,
Aw.
Oh,
that's so cute.
damn.
It's so cute.
All right.
It's almost sad.
All right. You think we have time to get like a rest in? I don't need that long to get.
Really?
Tell us.
wasn't.
Tell us, how long do you think you could probably get by with?
Is it 3 hours or is
What's
it
that thing that
5
people say?
hours?
What's that thing that people say when they golf?
4?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh.
Yeah, if I can just get 4 hours.
Of meditation, hardcore
of
meditation,
some-
right?
Yeah, some meditation. That'd be good.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. I haven't gotten to sleep on a boat in a while, and that's gonna looking forward to that actually. So I'll take more than 4 hours, I guarantee.
I've already tilted my hat over my head and I've tilted the seat back.
Erdina comes walking up. Do you guys need rooms? We have spare rooms.
That would be great.
I
Yeah.
tilt my head up.
One for each of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Hawk get his own room. Nice. I'm gonna like hold my
She
hand
puts
out.
her hand out to hold Hawks' hand. This way. He's like, ooh, Hawks gets his own room.
Moving up in the world.
So she leads you down. She's like, the captain says, after you guys rest, to come find her. She'll be up in her quarters.
Okay.
Sure.
Good to me.
So she just wants to know, what you guys' goals are and where you guys want to go. How far you guys want to travel with us.
All right.
So.
All right, so I'm gonna hop in to the room that they give me and immediately set a bunch of traps at the door.
All right.
Do I have a window in that room?
Yes, actually, all of you have a window that leads that looks out into the water.
I'm going
Yeah.
to suspend a flask of well, shit, I don't have it on this character, do I? I'll just set up another spring trap, something with a bunch of bells and shit, so it'll wake me up if I.
Kevin's setting up traps. What are the other two doing?
I'll make my way to the room. I will open my window to get in some sea breeze, and I am going to pass the fuck out.
You definitely catch a full whiff of that salt sea air.
Nice. It's been a while.
Smell
The
like
way
a
the boat
used
moves
gym
and
set.
rocks eases you.
I am out like a light.
Kess?
Do these rooms have tubs? Because my armor is still pretty gross.
Yes, they actually do.
Nice. I'm gonna take off my armor. I'm gonna take a bath first, and then I'll wash my armor. You have to do it in that order.
All right. The whole time you're washing your armor, and you can hear Hawks in the next room bouncing on the bed. Hawks has a real bed. Hawks has a real bed. Hawks has a real bed.
That's just what he says when he has sex with the lady who brought him
Oh
food.
no!
Room
Ooh.
service. Hawks, Fox. Sorry.
After about 5 straight solid minutes, all of a sudden you just hear this snoring from the next door. This loud reptilian snore. Just he's out.
Hawk sleeps on his bed. Hawk sleeps on his bed.
Let's see. And before I go to do my meditation,
Episode title: Hawks Fox.
I'm gonna cast Guardian of Faith near the bed. A large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration, which is 8 hours, in an unoccupied space of your choice you can see within range. The guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield emblazoned with the symbol of your deity. I don't know what that is. So it's just like a smudgy blur. Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. The guardian vanishes when it has dealt a total of 60 damage. So it's just something to like stand as like sentry while I get some rest.
All right, so you get your sentry on the way.
Mhm.
All right, what happens next?
Then I'm going to take my long rest, which is only 4 hours, David. And I
Okay.
don't actually sleep during it.
Nah, why would you?
Thank you so much for listening to Return to Ravenloft, a Freelance Heroism podcast. If you'd like to support us more, check us out on patreon.com/freelance_heroism and just donate any amount. We have prizes and journal entries and art that we post regularly a few times a week. And we'd really appreciate any support you could give us. Thank you.
Our cast includes Rachel Moore as Kesselgard Reskill, Dees Cassius as Master Kaeviir, Nathan Lett as Captain Rayne Trichet, and David, aka D-Walk, as Dr. Midnight, and everyone else in the game. Thanks again for listening, and we will see you next week.
The invoice is in the mail. Rayne, elemental racist.
God damn it.
Brought to you by Corn Pops.
All right. Well, he's doing that. I'm going to grab another drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Rayne, elemental racist, does all kinds of fucked up shit, but is charming, so we let him get away with it.